Hello there, I'm Diana Binks and welcome to round 3 of the British Rallycross Championship. This week, all the action comes from Blyton here in Lincolnshire, and this former airfield has seen plenty of action. It's the first on the Rallycross calendar and we're in for a great evening's event because tonight we will see everyone racing in the dark, but not quite in the dark. They don't have headlights on their cars, but it will be under floodlit conditions, so we should be in for some incredible racing.
Yeah, it's going to be dark. We haven't got any headlights. It should be entertaining.
Yeah, you can't see much out there at the minute with the dust and the darkness. You know, it should definitely add an extra spice to it.
Wide open track flows. You know, we're learning the track today in the daylight, so hopefully when it gets started, we'll just shut our eyes. We'll be fine.
So the drivers are certainly looking forward to it. So let's get to the action with our commentator, Martin Haven.
Well, as the sun sets into the third group of heats, we're going to pick up the action with the first race in round 3 for the Suzuki Swifts. Now, everybody has up to 3 qualifying races, and the fastest times set the grid for the finals. Well, here we have Ryan Lawford in one of the 2 red cars, Chris Scott in the other one, yellow guest car driven by Superbike ace Leon Haslam, and Tony Lynch in the white machine, very slippery in this first hairpin. Oh, Lynch in trouble, then Haslam as well. And Leon spins. Oh, so too has Chris Scott. Tony Lynch doing some ploughing work there as well. And Ryan Lawford, unsurprisingly, having actually got through the first corner, is about half a lap ahead. As Chris Scott gets by Tony Lynch for second place. Well, very, very dusty on that tarmac first chicane, or concrete first chicane. Could have done with a little bit of rain here, perhaps, to wash some of the dust away. Haslam in 4th, Ryan Lawford already through. This is the battle then. Tony Lynch looking up the inside of Chris Scott. Still trailing some agricultural crops from underneath his car, but he moves up into 2nd. Scott right with him. Leon Haslam going to have to work very hard indeed to get back into this, but on his own might set a very quick lap. And it's all about the lap time, not quite so much about where you finish. Nonetheless, Ryan Lawford leading. You saw Tony Lynch starting to pull away from Chris Scott in 2nd place. And that's actually what you need to set quick times, a bit of track on your own. Nobody getting in your way and holding you up. Looks like, oh my goodness, and that's Haslam! Haslam, a huge roll, and who else was there? That's Chris Scott. Well, red flags are out to stop the heat. Well, here's Leon Haslam, powering on in 4th place. What happens here? Oh, Scott comes back on. Haslam takes avoiding action. And as Murphy's Law would have it, of course, there's a bank in the way.
Leon, what happened?
Well, I actually got a good start for once, and I was battling, and I got clipped on the first corner, and someone spun me, and you know, I was dead last. I was coming back again, having a little bit of fun, and I don't know, the red car in front of me clipped the wall onto the back straight, and basically come across me, put me onto the grass. But on the grass is kind of a bit of a jump that my car hit, and it just put it into a big roll and started spinning me. So I think I'm going to stick to 2 wheels for a little bit now. But now is
Didn't it feel like you're on 2 wheels for a while?
Yeah, no, a bit of a big one there, but now, you know, I suppose that's part of it. But no, it was definitely an experience.
Yeah, 2 wheels, safer than 4. That'll be a first. Here we go then, race 2 of the third group of heats. Richard Elliott, Graham Rodemark and Dave Bellaby, the points leader in the grey 287 machine on the far side. Johnny Milner in the 2nd of the white cars, well-known British rally driver. And Dave Bellaby heading out. And Bellaby, the fastest man in practice, both in round 1 at Lyddon Hill and round 2 at Knockhill. And so he's got this championship really to win. Graham Rodemark in 2nd place in the black car. Got Richard Elliott and Johnny Milner giving chase. Milner in the car that was driven by Steve Hill in Knockhill. Hill having transmission problems, I recall, in the final. Johnny Milner, well, he's rallied all sorts of different things. Started off in 2-wheel drive, front-wheel drive cars, so he'll be very familiar with the style here, which essentially requires a straight right leg, i.e. keep the throttle mashed to the floor. Oh, big spin there from Graham Rodemark, and Milner saw it developing in front of him, just kept his boot in and kept the line nice and tight. All you've got to do here is keep the front wheels pointing in the right direction. The rears should follow, but Big tank slapper here from Rodemark, just gets away from him. Unfortunately tags those heavy tyre stacks, damages the nose. Now Bellaby under real pressure. Johnny Milner thoroughly enjoying himself, pushing the championship leader as hard as he can, and clearly enjoying this close quarters action. Very alien to him, normally surrounded by trees on a gravel stage. Giving it everything on this last lap, really pushing Bellaby, but the championship leader remains cool, calm and collected to the flag. So Dave Bellaby the winner from Johnny Milner, Richard Elliott in third as we get into the heats of the RX 150s. So getting ready for race 2 here. Kevin Feeney, car number 5 on the far side. Brett Harris, Steve Cousins, row 1. And of course, everybody looking for a good, clean run here to set a quick time so they can get themselves right to the front of the grid for the finals. Ooh, and contact there. Ollie O'Donovan and Tom Keat fall over each other as Steve Cousins leads from Kevin Feeney. Throwing up the dust, very different though from Knockhill where it was so muddy and disgusting. Visibility not that much better, you'd have to say. They probably haven't got the wipers on in the cool of this summer Lincolnshire evening. And Steve Cousins piling on the pace, but he can't shake off Kevin Feeney. Battle further back is going to slow those guys down. That's exactly what the leaders need to try and get a quick run. Big slide there from Tom Keat. Ollie O'Donovan in third. This chicane has caused a lot of problems through the course of the qualifying heats. So it's going to be very entertaining in the finals. Steve Harris on the back of the line as O'Donovan is now chasing the lead duo. It's now a threesome. Cousins, Feeney, no, O'Donovan passing him. O'Donovan up to second. This is going to be a very quick lap from Ollie O'Donovan. He's carving through the other guys. Feeney comes back around the outside, drifts out very wide, costs himself a lot of time as O'Donovan goes through, contact further back. Steve Cousins, Tom Keat, Kevin Feeney gets around it, Steve Harris is held up. So that's put the kibosh on this qualifier for the three of them. And O'Donovan, this is going to be a quick lap from him. The others bail out and leave it to get sorted out. Well, as Ollie gets through, battles behind, 2 into 1. Lucky there, nobody took off. Steve Harris can't avoid it in the background as Kevin Feeney takes to the grass. So Ollie O'Donovan on the last lap. Now, this is exactly what he wants, a single lap qualifier all on his own, leaving nothing in the tank. Takes the checkered flag, and it's a quick time from him as well.
I had 2 wins earlier on from the front row, so they managed to put me in the back row and trapped me with Kevin Feeney and Tom Keats, but I had a good start, and I think I was third in the first lap, but there was a bit of pressure on the bottom end of the tarmac. I thought it would happen, so I planned for it and it happened.
So now then, fastest 7 qualifiers go through into the Supercars A final by right. The rest battle for a place from the B final, and that leaves Gareth Wood, Simon Horton and Chris Langley here. The remainder of the 10 Supercars all trying to get that single spot into the A final. Chris Langley with a little flashing light across the nose of the car. Nice little touch from him. Simon Horton and Gareth Wood giving chase. Wood in second place, Horton in third position. But Chris Langley in the Ford Focus just in front of the 2 Subaru Imprezas. Again, 600 brake horsepower, 4-wheel drive, dusty, loose conditions, and no lights at night. They must be mad. It's turning out to be a very popular experiment, though. The drivers are loving it, the fans are loving it, and contact there. This is going to fall into Simon Horton's lap, as in the inside line, Gareth Wood run out of room. In fact, Chris Langley held on superbly. Simon Horton a lot closer now, giving chase. And can Langley hold on? No, he can't. Langley's car has broken. Big puffs of smoke. That may be some cooler damage there from the impact. He's out of it. In fact, the cockpit filling up now. Langley leads. Up the inside comes Gareth Wood. Contact between the 2 of them. And that leads to a problem with Langley's car. And so Simon Horton now has the lead in the dark Subaru. Bumper dragging there. keeps his foot in, keeps that power slide going and straightens itself up. But this is going to be a very close one, because Gareth Wood comes around the outside. Can he hold on to it, or is Simon Horton's tighter line going to pay off? It's all about traction here. Horton just in front, and Gareth Wood, if he'd taken another car off there with an inside move, would have been off a lot of Christmas card lists. Yellow flags are out. Chris Langley's car is stranded around the corner. There's debris there as well from the previous shunt. And Simon Horton with a narrow lead on this last lap, putting himself at the moment into the A final, just stretching away from Gareth Wood. It looks like it's going to go to Horton. Wood with a last lunge, perhaps. Horton keeps it nice and tight. He knows the potential danger there. And it is victory for Simon Horton. He books himself a place in the A final. No luck for Gareth Wood or Chris Langley. And Diana is with our winner.
I was so busy watching with mirrors because, like I say, Gareth just came out of nowhere. Because, like I said, I thought he was out of the race. It was just got totally caught napping. But no, fantastic result. Really chuffed. Really, really chuffed.
So the heats are over. The finals still to come, and it's not a school night, so no one's going home.